Welcome children. Today we are going to start the second part of your chapter 4, that is simple equation. Already we have gone through how to form the equations or that expression and the different part of it, and which one is an equation, which one not an equation. That part we have already gone through. Today we are going to discuss about how we can solve an equation. Yes, this is the most vital part of this chapter. This is a way to solve equation. So what we will learn today? Today we will learn solve equation, how we can do this one. Okay, for that one, here we will discuss about the three different ways. First one, let's go for trial and error method. First one, what we will discuss, that is trial and error method. Okay, in second part we will discuss about the rules of solving by different steps. How? Because if we are going to eliminate the numerical part of this first part or left hand side, like let's take an example. One expression has been given, let's it be 3y plus 5 equal to 20. So in this case, if I want to eliminate this part, so for that one, which are the ways I can apply? So in this type of situations, we can go for eliminating that numerical part from the left hand side by subtracting, by adding, by multiplying, or by dividing. So that is called that by eliminating, maybe it may by addition, subtraction, by multiplication or division. Okay, so here we can tell this one that it is, the second one is by steps. It is by steps. So what are the steps we can follow here? We can use adding something, we can use subtracting some number or something, we can multiply something, we can divide something. So we can use all these things to eliminate that extra part to find out the algebraic part. Now what is the last way we will learn today? That is how we can solve one equation by transposing one part to that means from the left hand side to right hand side, or from the right hand side to left hand side. So the third thing we will learn, that is called transposing terms. Okay, so in last part we will learn about this one. Let's come to this part one by one. First and foremost, let's take an example where we will go for the trial and error method. Here I am taking one equation, like let's consider it as 5p plus 2, that is equal to given 17. This is an example I have taken. Okay, this example first I will solve through trial and error method. How I can solve this one? So already I have told that in this case what we will consider, for that p we will use different values. So first let's take p equal to, if I am taking p equal to, let's consider it is 2. If I am taking p equal to 2, what it will happen in place of p, I will putting that 2. So it will become 10. Is it how much we are getting? 10 plus 2, that means we will get 12, which is not equal to 17. So this value is not correct one. Let's consider in place of p, if I am taking p equal to 3, what I will get? That means 5 into 3 plus 2. Yes, how much? It is 15 plus 2, that means we are getting 17. Now I can say that yes, if the value of p is given 3, that value of p is given 3, then we will get the result that it will satisfy the equation. So when we are going for these steps by putting a particular value for the given variable, it is called that trial and error method. That means whatever values we are putting, always it may not be the true. So which one is true for this one? If I am going through this process, that is called trial and error method. Okay, so for this equation we have got the value of p, that is equal to 3. Let's come to the another example. Let's take this one, the same example. I want to solve this one with the second method. By which one? By adding, by subtracting, or by multiplying, or by dividing. Okay, let's say here my equation has been given, that is equal to 5p plus 2. So in first step I want to eliminate that plus 2. So what I will do here? I will subtract that one by 2. So right hand side also I have to subtract because I am balancing two part. Like you might have noticed when you are buying something in a shop, they used to put that weight, that iron weight in the left hand side, and things they are putting on the right hand side. So to keep the balance, if you are asking for 1 kg, so if that goods you are taking that side, if it is going higher, that means its weight is less. So to make it balance, what they used to do, they used to put some more quantities over there to keep it a balance. So like that, here also we are doing this balance part. If I am subtracting 2 from this one, it is already given equal, that means it is in balance. So if I am subtracting 2 from left hand side, I have to subtract 2 from the right hand side. So after subtracting 2, here I have to write that subtract 2 from both side, from both the side. Okay, so after subtracting this one, what you are getting, you can see here that 2 and 2 will be cancelled. So I am getting 5p, that is equal to, after subtracting this side, I am getting 15. Till now I have not got the value of p. So what I can do now, here you might have noticed, to make this p separate, I have to divide this one by 5. Then only I can get that 5 alone. So what I will do in this third step, I will divide both the sides. Let's divide both the sides with which number? I have to eliminate 5, so I will divide both the sides by 5. So let's divide 5p divided by p equal to 15 divided by p. What I am getting here, you can notice that, sorry, it is not p, it is 5. Okay, so when I am dividing both the sides by 5, what I am getting, 5p divided by p, that means p is remaining. Here 15 has been divided by 5, so what I am getting, I am getting 3. So what is the value for the p we have got in this equation? Again we have got the same value, that is equal to p equal to 3. So already we have learned the second way also, how can we solve one equation. So two methods already we have come to know. Now let's come to the third one, what is called transposing the term. So what we can do in this case, I will go with the same example. Let's my question is here 5p plus 2, how, and that is equal to 17. How can I do this one by transposing a term? How can I solve this equation? So for that, let's see what I can do. Here it has been given 5p plus 2 equal to 17. So transposing means what? We will transfer one part of this equation, or of the two terms, to another side. Okay, so when we are doing these things, you keep it in your mind. Suppose if I am going to transfer that 2 to right hand side, when its side will be changed, that sign will be changed. So here I will transpose 2. So what I can write in next step, I will write that is equal to 17 minus 2. What I have done here, I have transferred this 2 to right hand side. It gone from left hand side to right hand side. So as it is moving from left hand side to right hand side, its sign will be changed. This process is called transposing. So here what I have, I will get that is equal to 17. Now if I am it is after subtraction, it will be 15, and if I am dividing both of them by 5, what I am getting, p equal to 3. How? It is 15 by 5. Yes, cross multiplication you can think like, okay, let's see, it is 5p equal to 15 we have already. Now p equal to what it will be, if 5p is 15, then 1p is equal to 15 by 5. So let's cancel, our answer is equal to 3. So have you noticed that all the three process, if I am applying for one equation, in all the cases we have got the same answer. So what are the methods you are following? That ultimate result is same. Only one result you will get for a single equation. That means for one equation, always the value for that variable will be fixed. Here as we were discussing about the single variable equation, or that is called yes, one variable equations we are discussing here. Okay, so let's come to some of the example of your book. Here let's see how we can solve these questions. Here I have taken 3 examples. I will solve this one. Okay, first one, let's solve this one by the by elimination method. That means the second one we have done. Let's see how I can do this one in this case. First thing, here it has been multiplied, that n minus 5 has been multiplied by 3, and that result you will get, that is equal to 21. So what I can do in this case, in first step we will divide both the sides. What we will do? Divide both the sides with what? With 3, because if I am dividing this side with 3, that side also with 3, so that 3 will be eliminated, so that what will be remaining? So after dividing this one, what I will get? See, if I am dividing 3 into n minus 5, that is I am dividing by 3, so here it will be 21 by 3. So in the next step what I will get? It will be cancelled, it will be 7. So I am getting n minus 5, that is equal to 7. Now I have to take out n. So which I have to remove now? I have to remove that 5 only. Okay, so what I can do in this case? So for that one, in second step, what I will do? In second step, what I can do here? Add both the sides with 5. Okay, 5 add with both the sides. Add 5 with the both sides. So what will happen in this case? It is n minus 5, I am adding 5 with this side, and that side it is 7, so I am adding 5 with this one, because I am balancing. If I am giving him 5, I have to give her also 5. So after that, what I am getting? See, it is minus 5 and plus 5. So what will happen? It will be cancelled. So what you will get? N. Okay, and that side they will be added. What you will get in this case? You will get 12. So what is the ultimate value of n you have got in this equation? Yes, that is equal to 12. So in this way you can solve one equation. So first example is over. Let's come to the second one. How can we solve the second one? For that one, again let's take way. Okay, here we were going to use the trial and error method. Okay, how we can solve this one? I am going for trial and error method of this question. Okay, it is like that, it has been given. Okay, let's take the value of p equal to, if I am considering 1, but I will get when p equal to 1, you can see that it is 20 into, in place of p I will put 1, that is equal to 3. Yes, it was 40, but I am getting, you can see, it is 20 by 3, which is not equal to 40. So it cannot be the correct value of p. So let's consider that in second one, let's take p equal to 2. If I am taking p equal to 2, what I will get? See, it is 20 into 2 by 3. But I will get, tell me, it is 40 by 3. Again it is not possible, it's not giving me the correct answer. Okay, so next value what we can consider in this case? Okay, let's come to the second part. If it is not possible, I will coming for the another one. Let's consider p equal to 3. If I am taking p equal to 3, what I will get in this case? So in place of p I will put 3 divided by 3. What I am getting, they will be cancelled, I will get 20. That is again not equal to 40, because I did the value that will be 40. Okay, I am not getting this one. So let's come to p equal to 4. If I am putting, then what will happen? It is 20 into 4 by 3. Again you can see they are not equal to this one. You are getting 80 by 3, which is again not equal to 40, so it is also not the correct value. These are not the correct value. So if I am taking p equal to 6, what will happen? Let's check here. 20 into 6 by 3, what you are getting? Let's cancel, it is 2, so you are getting 40. Yes, it is equal to 40. So what is the correct value of p you have got here? That correct value of p will be 6, which will be satisfied that equation. So here what we can write as an answer of this question? My value of p will be 6. This is the correct value. How we have find out this one? We have find out this one. Here we have applied the process of trial and error method, and by that we have find out the value of p will be 6. Let's come to the last example. Here we will apply the transposing method by transferring the term to the from left hand side to the right hand side. So let's see how we can solve this one. My last question is this one. How can I solve one? First one, I want to take out that variable part, so I have to eliminate that numerical part. Here only one variable, that is n, has been given. So what I can do here, I will transfer that minus 2 to right hand side. So here it is 46 has been given. As I am transposing this one to the left, from left hand side to right hand side, that sign will be positive, so it is plus 2. Now what I am getting, 3n equal to, after adding these two, I am getting 48. Now I want to make that n separate. So what I can do here, if 3n stands for 48, then 1n equal to how much? 48 by 3, it's 1/3 it will be. So after cancelling this one, what I am getting? 16. So what is the value of n you have got in this case? Your answer will be n equal to 16. So I hope you all are clear about all the three methods, and you can solve any of the equation by using any of them. Okay, so and if it is instructed that you have to follow this particular method, you have to show by that only. Okay, so let's complete the exercise.